Hey guys, what's up? So I'm here with another pickups, and I mean not pickups, but a Blu-ray DVD collection update. This is like 1/3 of what I picked up. I'm doing this a third at a time based on where I got these things. So starting off, I have 4 movies that I got from the State Fair. I went to the State Fair about a week ago, and a carny like fucking tricked me out of $20. And then I bought, like, I guess, $12 worth of movies. And they were each, like, $3 a piece, so I could not pass that up, and my camera's dying already. I thought I fucking charged this thing just the other day. Fucking piece of shit camera. So, yeah. At the fair, I saw this guy. There's usually, like, pretty cool vendors there. There's this guy that sells old movie posters. And there's people that sell, you know, stupid, like, oh, I don't call 911 and, you know, take my gun from my cold dead hands, fucking, you know, stupid redneck gun rights t-shirts. I mean, you can, you know, do whatever you want. I'm just not very cool with the whole Second Amendment, because it was meant for the revolutionary times, not now. I'm not going to get into politics now, but yeah, I got 4 movies, and I've watched all 4 of them already, and I watched them after I bought them, and they all work, which is really, really cool. So, I guess first thing I got was the first Naked Gun movie, which, if you don't know me, then, one of my all-time favorite comedy films, probably my all-time favorite comedy film, is Airplane. Airplane is one of my all-time favorite comedy films, and, in the Naked Gun movies, I absolutely love them. I finished watching the trilogy earlier this year, and the first one's probably one of the best in the series, but I really, really love this movie. It's hilarious. It's just so good, and it was $3, so I couldn't pass up, you know, a classic comedy that I could put in my collection for $3. Next we have a horror comedy, which I honestly don't think that a lot of people have seen this. I think it's actually like a pretty underseen, underrated movie. Although it did get 2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert, which basically means it's a pretty damn good movie, or at least a pretty good movie. And it's Arachnophobia. I will admit, the poster art on this, or the like DVD cover art, isn't that great. It's just like the moon over a town. I mean, you can see like the spider web up here, like up around the top, but it's really not, like, you know, clearly visible that this is you know, a movie about killer spiders, but other than the fact that it's called Arachnophobia. But it could be about anything else, really. I mean, it could have been a movie about a guy that's deathly afraid of spiders. It could have been a drama film about that. But it's still a really cool movie. Really funny, really top-notch stuff, and it's a really good kind of, like, movie. And I think it's partially based on the Brazilian wandering spider. The spider in this movie is, at least. But I really like it, and it's got, like, John Goodman and Jeff Daniels, who was Harry in Dumb and Dumber, and this is like one of his serious roles, and he's a very fantastic actor. And yeah. Next we have The Faculty, which I was going to cover for my Flick of the Week last week. That was one of the runner-ups. But The Faculty is basically The Breakfast Club meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers. A bunch of, like, a group of, like, high school, you know, kind of stereotypes get together, and they have to fight off a horde of shape-shifting like aliens that have taken over the bodies of their teachers and staff and the faculty at school, and as well, and they're slowly taking over the entire town and student body. And it's a really funny, cool like movie. It's from Robert Rodriguez, who made From Dusk Till Dawn, Planet Terror. He made one of the segments in Four Rooms. He made Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. He's a very, very good director, and this is probably one of his most underrated movies. I'm surprised this movie hasn't, gotten a Blu-ray release yet. And actually, this DVD release of it goes for like $30 new on Amazon. So, yeah, $30 new, and I got this thing for $3. And I absolutely love this movie. Last but most certainly not least is Blood the Last Vampire, the live-action film based on the anime short film. Well, I guess it's not a short film because it's like an hour long, but the anime film is really, really awesome, and I really like the live-action version because it just works. Like, yeah, the blood is CG, most of the effects look a bit dated, but they're still really entertaining. It's still a very entertaining, fun, stylized, violent movie that, it's nothing like serious. It's no Old Boy. It's no Jew on the Grudge. It's nothing like that. It's just a really fun movie, and that's really all I have to say. Next is some of the stuff, three things that I got off of eBay for pretty decent prices. First, I have the Criterion DVD of Man Bites Dog, which I got for $15 off Amazon. That's including the shipping. Not Amazon, but eBay. And this movie goes for I think $15 or maybe $20 on Amazon currently. And Man Bites Dog's a really, really awesome. Kind of like it's one of the many movies that's considered to be disturbing, and I would definitely say it's a kind of a disturbing movie in a certain sense, but it's like a mockumentary about a group of people that follow around a serial killer in his day-to-day routine. And the serial killer is very charismatic, and he seems like a very cool, nice guy, and then you realize he's an absolute fucking monster. But yeah, Man Bites Dog is a really, really good black comedy, really good kind of like mockumentary, horror, drama thing, and it received an NC-17 rating, but honestly, I can't really see why, because upon watching it myself, at least twice in my entire life, I still don't see why I got an NC-17 rating. I mean, maybe it's just because this came out in '92, and I guess maybe that's why, because it came out a while ago, but this would not get an R rating now. I mean, this would not get an NC-17 rating these days. Next, I'm continuing to expand my Japanese splatter collection, which currently consists of Suicide Club, Tokyo Gore Police, Vampire Girl vs. Frankenstein Girl, stuff like that. I'm continuing to expand my kind of collection of over-the-top splatter flicks, over-the-top zombie splatter flicks, with probably one of my favorite ones from what's his name? Noboru Ijikuchi. I can't pronounce his name. It's The Machine Girl, the movie about the girl whose brother gets killed by the Yakuza, and she gets her arm cut off, and then she gets a machine gun arm and goes out and gets revenge. It is absolutely fucking bonkers, much like Tokyo Gore Police, and it's definitely on par with like Vampire Girl vs. Frankenstein Girl or Meatball Machine. But I really like this one. It's definitely not my favorite kind of over-the-top horror, like Japanese splatter horror flick. It's definitely not my favorite. If I had to choose a favorite, it'd probably be Tokyo Gore Police, and then a close second with Mutant Girl Squad, And then, and if I had to choose my favorite from this particular director, it'd probably be Dead Sushi, because Dead Sushi was absolutely amazing. And it was a lot better than this, but I still got this for like $3, and I'm happy to finally pick it up. It's definitely worth picking up and checking out. But yeah, there's that. Finally, we get on to the last thing, which actually arrived today. It is my Blu-ray of Zombie Holocaust, my favorite Italian zombie movie, second to Nightmare City. And there are a lot of Italian zombie movies, but this is the only Italian zombie movie that decides to combine Lucio Fulci's Zombie and Ruggero Deodato's Cannibal Holocaust. It's literally cannibals and zombies, and then people trying to, you know, find this cannibal tribe, and all of this crazy shit, violent, you know, gross shit happens. It's been about a year. Like, I'm pretty sure, like a little over a year. I'm pretty sure I watched this movie at least a year and maybe a couple weeks ago. So I'm interested in watching this one again because I really liked it the first time, and I hope the second time around it's as entertaining. And this Blu-ray goes for like $30 new on Amazon, and I got this new off of eBay for $16 for free. There's one copy left from these sellers, so if you want to get it, you better get it fast. Finally, yesterday I went into a buybacks and spent $16 on DVDs. Starting off, I got Joe Dante's The Hole. If you don't know who Joe Dante is, he is the director of Gremlins and Small Soldiers and The Burbs, which is another really good horror comedy. And this is kind of like one of those horror movies that's like kind of like PG-13, kind of like somewhat for the family kind of thing, but it's still a pretty creepy little movie. It's not like super original and you know, the characters aren't ultra developed or anything like that, but it's definitely a pretty good kind of like sleeper hit. And it's been a little while since I watched it, and I got it for like $4 there at buyback, so I figured I would pick it up because I remember liking it quite a bit. So I can I'm gonna probably rewatch this tonight. Next, I got Zombie Honeymoon. I remember watching like one scene from Zombie Honeymoon when I was like, I want to say maybe 8 or 9 years old. Like it was definitely probably about 10 years ago, and I remember liking like the one scene that I saw of it, and I remember never watching it again. And I saw that they had like 4 or 5 copies of the movie there, for like $4 a piece, so I just grabbed a random copy. And as it turns out, the random copy I grabbed is apparently the random copy I grabbed comes with another sleeve, much like my copy of San Francisco. It comes with this little sleeve for a case like the one that I have for San Francisco, and it's a sleeve for one of those cases. And apparently this is a screener copy of the film, and it even has like the date that it's supposed to be released, and then the date that this DVD came out for, like reviews of the DVD itself. So, yeah, it's like an old like screener copy sleeve that's also put in with the sleeve for this. So it's kind of like this copy of San Francisco, which I still haven't watched, and yeah, that's a bit interesting. Get back in there. Fucking San Francisco. Yeah, let me put this back in the thing. So yeah, there's that. I got a copy of The Lost Boys for $4, which The Lost Boys is probably one of my favorite not zombie, but one of my favorite vampire movies of all time. Definitely up there with Let the Right One In, Nosferatu, From Dusk Till Dawn. I really, really enjoy this movie. And this is another one of those ones that I know this is on Netflix, but I still haven't watched this one in years. And I figured I'd pick it up because I remember really, really liking it. And finally, this is one of the other kind of blind buys that I got along with Zombie Honeymoon. And it is the Korean horror film A Tale of Two Sisters, which I know was remade in America under the title of The Uninvited, which I'm pretty sure I have on the shelf right here. Yeah, it was remade in America as Uninvited, which I've seen, I mean, as you can see, I own it. And I'm usually against American remakes of really good foreign films, and especially really good, like, foreign horror films. But, I still like Uninvited, but now that I have a copy of A Tale of Two Sisters, I think I'm gonna have to watch this one, like, tonight, because although I already know the kind of like twist ending to it, if it's basically the same film, which I'm sure because it's a remake, because it was remade as The Uninvited, I'm sure it is basically the same film. So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this because I haven't got the chance to yet. But that's basically it for now. I also ordered a copy of the Korean DVD of the film The Possession, with the video nasty The Possession, which is absolutely amazing. It's that one I reviewed that's like really fucking weird, and it's just an awesome, amazing movie. And I decided to see how much the Korean DVD of it was, because the Blu-ray of it that's out is like $30-40, and I do like the movie, but not enough to pay 30 or 40 bucks for it. And I got it off of eBay for like $5. That's with the shipping. And it is the Korean DVD of it. Problem is, it's not supposed to arrive for like another week, which I didn't want to wait until another week just to make a pickups video on all this stuff I already had with me. Yeah, that's really it for now. Also, just another little update thing. I have a eBay store now. I'll put the link in the description. But I'm selling all kinds of shit that I have, and you know, like this VHS, this sealed, like, you know, collector. Like, this is a really expensive VHS tape. It goes for like $30 currently, and I'm selling it for like $20 on there and I've also got a bidding thing, an auction set up on it starting at like $1. So yeah, and I paid like $0.25 for this, but I'm trying to sell this VHS of A Nymphoid Barbarian and Dinosaur Hell, the Trauma flick. You know, I'm selling my DVD of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Mallrats because I got new, better copies of those. I'm selling some comic books. I mean, I have all the stuff I'm selling piled up right here. I'm also probably gonna sell this VHS collector's edition, Trauma collector's edition of Sugar Cookies, because this goes for like $50 unopened, and this goes for $50 like opened, and this is sealed in the plastic. So yeah, I'm selling some shit now. So if you want any of it, you can bid on it or buy it. That's it for now. I'm gonna go probably watch Zombie Holocaust or The Lost Boys or The Hole. I don't know, I'm gonna go find something to watch. Something probably out of what I just bought recently.